This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. Tonight, Teamsters local union number 839, along with other unions, are hosting a rally to show their support for Pasco City Councilman Irving Brown Sr. It's in response to what the unions say was an act of racism over the weekend. Councilman Brown, who is running for re-election in Pasco, says he went out to check his campaign signs over the weekend and found at least one had been vandalized. Not only that, he says it had a derogatory and racist word written on it. Apple Valley News Now reached out to Councilman Brown and the local Teamsters union earlier today. They say racism has no place in Pasco. Pasco City Councilman Irving Brown Sr. says serving on the city council the past 2 years has been rewarding, but it hasn't come easy.
He faced some backlash from some of the people in the community because it was supposedly a Latino seat and they shouldn't have given it to an African-American man. So we had to deal with that up front.
While checking out his campaign signs over the weekend, Councilman Brown said he found one on Road 68 that had not only been vandalized, it was defaced with a racist name.
I just looked at it and I put it in my little tool bag after fixing the sign that was terribly damaged. I went home and I just processed. I tried to process how to articulate this without anger or retaliation.
Councilman Brown says this isn't the first time he's faced this in the community of Pasco. 2 years ago, when he was set to take over the seat, he found out someone didn't want him on the council. Not because he wasn't qualified, he says. It was the color of his skin.
There was an anonymous letter sent to disregard me from being a city council member. It was. And I'm going to talk about everything. This was sent, but it was my choice. It was sent to the city. And it was brought up to my attention that this letter was received by the city of Pasco. And they were so gracious and asked, how would I like to handle this?
The Secretary-Treasurer of Teamsters Local number 839 told us when he learned what had happened to Councilman Brown, he wanted to send a message to the community. Racism doesn't belong in the city of Pasco.
So I figured all of our allies should come together and support him in this because nobody should be subjected to that ever, but especially in 2023. It's just ridiculous and it's unheard of and it's horrible.